Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we are checking out Legends of the Hidden Temple, the board game. I know, right? How cool is that? So this is an official Nickelodeon product brought to you by Pressman, which is pretty sweet. For those of you who grew up in the 90s, you definitely watched Nickelodeon, and if you did, you definitely know what Legends of the Hidden Temple is. So, yeah, let's check this out. So it's a pretty thick box. It's got a pretty high walls on these things. So it must have a lot of stuff inside here. Let's check out the back. It looks like we have a short story here. We'll check that out in a second. Looks like we got some tiles here. We got the old mech coin. Got some tokens, some dice. It looks like red jaguars, purple parrots, the green monkeys, orange jaguars, blue barracudas, and then you got the idol statue here, which I imagine just like in the game. And I'm guessing these are the rooms that you traverse through, so let's check it out. We got Welcome to the Hidden Temple. Follow your guide Kirk Fogg as he takes you through rooms filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Only Olmec knows the legends behind the treasure in his temple. One of 6 teams will have a chance to retrieve it. The team must prove themselves through intense physical and mental tests. In the end, only one team will earn the right to enter Olmec's temple. Can you pass the test, brave the temple, and find the treasure in time? The choices are yours and yours alone. So this is 4 to 12 players, and ages 12 and up, because I imagine maybe it's a little more complicated to grasp, so they had to raise the age range. It's clearly not because of the physical challenges. Yeah, so this is new and sealed, so we're gonna pop this open and check this out. I've never played this game before or heard of it. And I'm just gonna, there we go. So the choices are yours and yours alone. An old quote from the show. So let's check what we got here. It looks like it's supposed to be oriented this way, and on the inside lip we have the choices are yours and yours alone. Oh yeah. And it's all repeated. Okay. Welcome, contestants. Before entering Olmec's temple and braving the temple guards, watch our instructional video for some useful tips and a quick overview of the gameplay. Let's rock. So there's some kind of video they want me to watch, and that's the site, pressmantoys.com/hidden temple. We have instruction manual. Wait, Book of Legends. Where's the Book of Legends? Whatever that is. Questions? That's the instructions. So this is what I was talking about in my previous video. We have to pop out the tokens, and then when you go to pop out the tokens, oh, there's 2. Unless this was a fold-out sheet. It was, yeah, it was a fold-out sheet. But anyway, you go to pop out one of these tokens, of course, as usual. It's always got these little nipples on the end of each one of these coins. You can see that. There's a little nipple, and it never sits right. It's always going to be lopsided. But we have our tokens here, which these are locks. And then we have our teams here. We got the silver snakes. We got the blue barracudas. We got the monkeys, the purple parrots, the lizards. We got the jaguar. And then the locks are just locks. They're just locks on both sides. We'll put those aside. Then we got the rooms. I imagine these are the rooms. We got the room of the 3 gargoyles. So we're just going to unpack everything and then check everything out. And then we got our dice bag here. It looks like we got a couple numbered dice. And then we have some with the teams on that. Underneath the dice, we have our player stands. So these are our game piece stands. What are these gold things over here? These look like little mini solo cups, which they pretty much are. You can do Jello shots. Yeah, these are definitely little mini solo cups. They're the same quality. They're not any more And the quality we got here, we got some cards here. These are the Temple Guard cards, I imagine. I see the Temple Guard face on the back. These are the guys that would jump out and scare you as a kid when you're hoping the kid would make it through the temple. And then underneath those cards, we have our player cards, which these go in the stands, and these are your little player tokens. So we'll open those up too. And then we have the Olmec coins. We got 3 of those. And then underneath, we got these 2 balls. They're just black, hollow plastic balls. There's no weight to them, so they're just, I mean, they're extremely thin. I mean, I don't want to crush it, but I probably could if I wanted to. They're super thin, and that's what's in the box. So we got the balls, we got the coins, we got the tokens, dice, a whole bunch of stuff. They got us going to the internet to watch a video on how to play the game before you can play the game, because apparently the complete instructions wasn't enough on how to play the game. They want you to watch a video. Wow, this is a great start. Great start to a great show that hopefully turns out to be a great game. So we got the object of the game: to retrieve a lost treasure and successfully escape the temple. Contestants compete in teams or individually in 4 rounds. The moat, the steps of knowledge, the temple games, and the temple run. At the end of each round, 1 or more teams are eliminated. Keep in mind this game is meant to start with 4 to 6 teams with 2 players per team. If you are playing with fewer than 6 players, contestants should compete individually to ensure there are enough teams. Does your temple have Wi-Fi? Hate reading rules? Watch our instructional video instead. Go to PressmanToy.com, Hidden Temple, and they use the YouTube play button. Fucking rip off. We got full set of contents. This tells you everything that you get. So the solo cups are called the Golden Cups of Belshazzar. The 2 black balls are called the 2 Galileo Cannonballs. And yeah, we got the Pendants of Life. That's what they're calling the Olmec coins. So yeah, and then yeah, that's a Silver Monkey card. So content page. So basically the moat, this was the beginning round, which was when they initially started the game show, where they would go across the moat of water, basically. And that's going to be, what do we got here? Object, make it across the moat. The first 3 teams across the moat, go back to the next round. So let's check out our cards. Let's pop open the card pack here. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got these rooms on this side. Heart room, dungeon. Geez, a lot of rooms in here. Oh man, there's ones with the... Okay, we got the moat. Here is the moat. The moat's long. The moat's long and it's immense. Looks like it's 4 panels across. So, but the end of it obviously has the start and finish dynamic right here. As you can see, this is what it looks like when it's constructed, and this is exactly what you're doing. Contestant number 1 goes across, and then the other one goes back, just like in the game show. Pretty sweet. So double-sided cards, pretty good. They're utilizing both sides of these cards to create the game. Now you can see here the dice that corresponds to the teams. Those are going to be used here when you're crossing the moat. Olmec and Kirkfog. So round 2, the Steps of Knowledge. So the contents for this is going to be 1 lost treasure card and the Book of Legends. So that is where the Book of Legends come in. So this is going to be the Q&A section. The same one selected at the beginning of the game. Lost. So that's going to be these right here. Let's pop those up. Silver monkey cards. Ability of the kid. Okay, and these are going to be the temple guard cards right here. These are the silver monkey cards that we saw for you to assemble the idol, just like in the show. There's no spike. Usually the head has a spike and you shove it through all three of them. And then you got One-Eyed Jack, Treasure Map, Icarus, Davy Crockett, Dr. Livingston, Zenobia, Belshazzar. Alright, so this is interesting. Dead Man's Hand. Oh, okay, I got you. Bandit Queen. So they're... Interesting. So yeah, there you go. That's your Lost Treasure card. And basically here is where you're going to be doing your Q&A, which is going to allow you to basically answer questions. We'll do, hang on, we'll go to, let's look at some of these questions before we go on. So we got, let's go with the Lost Lion Tale of Little John. One of the boldest adventures of the early 1800s was a French woman named Jeanne Le Messier. Legend has it that when her fiancé Pierre Chavet refused to let Jeanne come with him to explore the New World, she disguised herself as a man, took the name Little John, and signed on as a cabin boy. All summer she trudged along with the other members of the expedition. In Arkansas, Pierre was attacked by a wildcat, and Little John wrestled it into a hammerlock. The wildcat fled without its tail, and Little John kept it as a souvenir. "Little John, you saved my life," Pierre said. Pierre responded, "It is I, Jean, your fiancé." Sacre bleu! The lion tail was presumed lost, but is now in Olmec's temple. So I imagine this one you're going to be going after, the lost lion tail of Little John. Let's see if that's in one of these cards here. For this particular... The Lost Lion Tail of Little John. So this is going to be the goal for this particular chosen set here. And then this is going to be the treasure card. We said ask for one, so that's the one right there. And then it has questions here, which are to be asked. And there's 5 of them. Who did Little John follow to the New World? You know, it's basically asking you questions off the story that was just read to you. So just like in the show, I'm literally following exactly how the show goes. Pretty sweet. Book of Legends. There's your trivia book. And that's round 2. Let's move on to round 3, which is it consists of 3 games, which is the Golden Cup of Belshazzar, Galileo's Cannonball, and the Smashed Printing Plate of Frederick Douglass. So let's start with the first one. So, well, let's look at the contents first. For the Golden Cup, we need the 2 golden cups and the 1 pendant of life. So we're going to toss out those balls. And it looks like you're going to play a game of Flip Cup. You're going to play Flip Cup in a kid's game. That's hilarious. Literally, it's tip, flip, rim side down. It's Flip Cup. Okay. I don't remember playing Flip Cup on the show, but I guess they needed some kind of a game you could play at home that they could include that was cheap. Galileo's Cannonballs, you're going to need the 2 golden cups, the 2 cannonballs. You're going to need 2 dice, and you're going to need the 1 pendant of life, which the pendant of life is the winning piece for each round. You have 3 rounds, 3 pendants of life. The one with the most pendants wins. So, playing the game, basically, you take turns launching their cannonball, so it bounces once on the table and lands inside the golden cup. So you're playing beer pong with the cannonballs into the cup. You're literally, like, trying to get it, bouncing it off the table into the cup. Like, that's what you're doing. You're trying to bounce it off the table and then hold it up in the cup. Flip Cup, and you're going to play beer pong. Okay. So, the third challenge in the second game, or the third game, I should say, round 3, is the Smashed Printing Plate of Frederick Douglass. So, basically what it is the cards I thought that were player tokens. These are actually, let's see here. I believe this is a matching game, if I'm not mistaken. But we got, yeah. So you got Blue Barracudas, Green Monkeys. So you got the names on each one. Each name on each one. So there's, each color has each name and each style. So that's what that stack is. So you got, play ends after all the cards in the deck have been laid down. Count all the cards collected by each team. The team with the most cards wins the Pendant of Life. The team who won the most Pendants of Life at the end of the 3 temple games is going to the temple. So the temple run is the last round. As you can see right here, we got round 4, temple run. And then here we go. We got the temple. So you need all 12 game panels. You need the 3 temple run dice. You need the team token with the mover stance. You need the 3 temple guard cards. You need the 16 locked door tokens. The 3 silver monkey puzzle tokens. And the 1 lost treasure card. And any 3-minute timer. Now that's a bummer, because they did not include a timer with this. So they're counting on you having one. Yeah, they're counting on you having a timer. So if you don't have a very specific timer, like a 3-minute timer, you're not going to be able to play this game. Unless you just have someone that just uses a clock, you could do that, or have a timer on your cell phone. But normally when a game requires you to keep time or to keep track of anything, they include that. And they should have included that with this. And I think that that's wrong of them for not including all the pieces that you would need to play the game proper. So the 3-minute timer is the last thing that you need, and you're basically gonna set up locks throughout the temple. Well, not you, but the person who's obviously setting up the temple. You're gonna race through the temple, collect all 3 of the silver monkey cards, and once you do, if you have them in the correct order, you basically win the game. The obstructions that we have here, we have treasure chest, we have the sundial, we have the stone block, the captain's wheel, the felled tree, and we have some water hazards. So entering the rooms, obviously that's how the temple guards get you, by popping out at you. And but again, if you were able to manipulate through, and I do believe that if you have one of these tokens, so now these tokens right here are used on the temple guards to help you get through. That's why you collect these. So if you were the perfect team and you swept everything and you have all 3 of these, you have a very good shot of winning. Then you're really just racing against the time. But if you only have one of these and you get hit with the temple guard twice, you lose the game, because you can only deflect one of them. So that is what I do remember from the show, and it shows exactly the same way here, where it says if a temple guard catches them when they have no penance or life, they get trapped in a room for the second time, the game is over. So you get trapped in the room, and you got to basically traverse your way out of that. So it basically is a time kill, which essentially makes you lose the game anyway. But if a team successfully locates the lost treasure and exits the temple before the timer runs out, they win the game. Olmec, tell them what they've won. And that's what they used to basically say when you made it through the entire temple board game. Now, this was a really good representation of the game. The only downfall is they did not include a timer for this. I am pretty disappointed in that, because it's something that is pretty crucial to the final leg of the game, and it's something that you would need to play this game. So if you don't have a clock, you don't have a cell phone, you can't play this game. If you have no way to measure time, you can't play this game to its fullest capacity, the way that it should be played. And I do think that is the only downfall that I noticed from this, besides the fact that you're playing, amateur drinking games with kids, flip cup, and beer pong. I think they could have chosen something better than these 2 games to include for this board game. These 2 mini games, they could have chosen something else, I personally think. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel, and have a great rest of your day.